The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog, the Week 6 instant recap. Who's not going to score the first touchdown on Sunday Night Football? And a guest of the spreads, Cust Eats, everything in between. Tim's in studio and joining us on the line to help us break it all down, Jeff Erickson from RotoWire. Jeff, it occurred to me when I brought this up to Tim when I told him who was on the show, because I surprise him every week with who's going to be on because he refuses to check the YouTube description to see who the guest is actually going to be, is that you've never actually been on the show before, which is kind of crazy considering how long we've known each other and how many times I've appeared on with you.
Yeah, that's right. I've never jumped on, and I'm happy to be here, by the way. Thanks for asking. I'm excited, actually. It's a lot of fun doing this, and I haven't worked with Tim once before either. I've had you on. I've had Jeff on before. I've done stuff with a couple of the other guys. Seeley, I just had on the podcast the other day. So happy to be a part of the Mayo Media Network.
Well, I think what Jeff is saying, Tim, is that you are the Jake Seeley of this show.
That's how I interpreted that.
Is that the route you're going for?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. How are your fantasy teams doing?
Poor. Well, actually, one is doing well, one is doing poorly.
And you played a guy who was hurt today.
I did. I did not realize that Quentin Johnston was out.
You could have checked my Twitter feed, Jeff. Didn't.
I didn't. Canadian Thanksgiving.
Well, you're notorious for not checking on those things. I know that, and especially about your own show. So I watch you guys. I know these things.
Do you want to talk about the Jets?
We can, sure. What do you want to talk about? How horrible they are?
So, Jeff, did you wait? What time does that game start where you're at? Like 6 a.m.?
West Coast, 6:30. I got up at 5 to do a last updated check of the rankings, answer user questions, all that kind of garbage. I hate these overseas games. I mean, you guys are uniquely situated being Nova Scotia time and all that. It's like, no big deal. Hey, 10:30, whatever. For me, that 5 o'clock wake up call was really rough, especially when we were presented with such a dog of a game.
I agree with Jeff about how it would suck to live on the West Coast and have to try to intake these games as a part of your job, or just, hey, I want to watch an NFL game. It starts at 6:30 a.m. There is no reason for you to dislike these games.
I just don't like them. I think it just takes another game out of the rotation of Sunday afternoon, and it highlights and isolates games by and large, which are terrible. QED. That's exactly what we got today.
We have 15 waking hours. We're watching football. So, I guess I look at it that way, but at the same time, I get it. You want a little bit of I have to pay attention to my family for a couple hours within that span. Yeah, it kind of puts a little damper on that.
Hey, the game was going on, Jeff, and I ran into Cust at the gym, so he could have been watching.
I went there just to get out my frustrations with this Jets team because they're the worst. They're just the Titans are actually the worst, but in a lot of ways, the Jets are also the worst. Incompetent, minus 10 yards passing as a team today.
That's good, right?
It's horrific. Nothing going right. Garrett Wilson screaming at his coach on the sidelines. Multiple people wanting to be traded. Multiple people going to be traded. No one making Mr. Accountability. Aaron Glenn, when asked a question in the press conference about whether or not Fields would start this coming week, said, well, what kind of question is that? What do you mean, what kind of question is that? He couldn't have played worse. What are we doing? It's like this guy was supposed to come in. There was supposed to be a breath of fresh air. We were supposed to be a competitive, even if we weren't a great team, competitive, well-coached, disciplined, and they got nothing. It's awful.
And yet you were leading in the fourth quarter of this game. That's the thing that's so amazing to me is the Broncos played down to the level. There was like a whole quarter where they didn't complete a pass. It was brutal watching. You're right, though. I mean, the sequence right before halftime was just farcical. You can't have that at this level here.
I wrote it down. Do you want to hear it? So give me which sequence in this game, Tim, you enjoy more. Was it just before half? What they decided to do was Breece Hall didn't go out of bounds, so the clock stopped. He does go out of bounds. Clock stops. Goes out of bounds. Doesn't make them take their timeout. So at this point, you're thinking it's like, oh, wow, now they're going to have to run again in order to milk Denver out of timeout. So what they decided to do is to go for it on fourth down with a fake punt, which the Broncos realized, yet somehow didn't call a timeout when they saw Breece Hall as the up back. They were like, something's up here. Then he gets the ball, gets the first down. That's great and everything. They run a fake punt to just run out the clock. I don't quite understand what the whole point of going for the fake punt was in your own end. It always seems like there was downside.
It's like they knew they should do something, but didn't know what to do. They're like, well, man, maybe we'll try a fake punt. Maybe that'll break one. I don't know. That's just terrible.
And then at the end of the game, they had a chance to kick the field goal. Now, was he going to make the field goal? Probably not. But I still don't see why you wouldn't go for. So think about
He had
this.
8 sacks before that play. The odds were if you tried to drop back for a deep pass, he was going to get sacked. And guess what happened?
Jeff, even to spin it a little bit more that way, they didn't go for it 4th and inches like a drive or two just before that. They didn't feel confident enough in the offense to get an inch on 4th down. So they punt it back to the Broncos. Now they're staring at like a 63-yard field goal. So they decide to go for it in 4th and 8. Like, take your chance with the fucking field goal at that point.
Right. You really only want to go for it with a fake punt when there's enough time for your opponent to be able to do something before halftime. That's the only optimal time to go for it on 4th down, apparently, there. It was just backward mindedness the whole time there. The Broncos were equally dumb, though. You look at some of the situations that we saw in this game where, the Broncos, 3rd and 10 in the beginning of the third quarter, we're just going to do a give up run. We don't believe in ourselves there. It's just the whole game against a Jets defense that was miserable last week. It was awful. And the Jets defense, to their credit, played well despite losing guys early on in this game. Still, this was the reason why I was trying to steer people away from Bo Nix at draft cost.
Well, they beat Philly last week. They barely beat the Jets this week. They've looked bad in some games. Like, Nix has looked good in like spurts. He was pretty good in the Indianapolis game.
Against my Bengals, of course.
Well, I think everyone kind of looks good against the Bengals. Even Jordan Love, who didn't play all that well today, looked good against the Bengals. But they looked more spry with Flacco. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they did in the second half, at least. They were outgained 240-65 in the first half. Somehow only were down 10-0. I don't understand that one either.
I would have taken 65 yards. So
interception in the first drive probably had something to do with that, but still, they had a barely functional offense the first half. Second half, they looked like a real NFL team at least. So, huzzah!
If I had to ask you who is good in the NFL right now with a bullet, besides Detroit, who would you pick?
That's it. That's just the case. We were talking about this the other day, looking at the updated Super Bowl odds. Like, there is no one team that I'm like, oh yeah, slam the fist on the table. They're really good. Maybe the Bucks, except they keep on losing people. Baker's playing at a level this year that I haven't seen. I think that they showed a little something today. They lose Ibuka, and they get Tez Johnson making highlight level catches there. I'm impressed with Baker. Maybe the Bucks. Maybe and the fact is they get to coast in the NFC South the rest of the way too, which is awfully nice.
I mean, I've been saying mean things about them every week, but like Buffalo is still a good team.
Yeah, but even just losing to the Patriots in that spot, now they go to Atlanta. They're 4-point favorites on the road. It's not instilling confidence. And their defense, as you pointed out, I mean, like Matt Milano's not playing this week. Like, they just have a lot of injuries. I still think that Philly and Buffalo are good.
Yeah.
They're just not currently good.
Yeah.
They will be good. I mean, maybe, I don't know about Philly. Maybe this is just like the downturn of them, like just AJ Brown. You get 2 years out of him, and then he's like a cancer to your team, and he needs to be traded. He's like George Pickens.
The Colts tried to give the game away today, but couldn't. So, like, maybe the Colts, like, they did win.
They did against Jacoby Brissett, threw for 350 on him. That's not a good sign. And
Harrison.
Yeah, without Marvin Harrison for most of the game. That's right. I guess Indianapolis is good, marking on a curve.
Seattle's pretty good.
Yeah, Seattle is pretty good.
The Rams are pretty good.
San Francisco will never ever be healthy. So
They lost Fred Warner today,
So like,
and their kicker.
The Eagles are still good.
yes,
I mean, they were dysfunctional on Thursday night. But remember, at this point in the season last year, they were getting booed off the field by their home fans for barely beating Cleveland. They won like on a blocked kick in that game. Their offense was terrible. The next week, Saquon goes nuts against the Giants. But remember, that was the Jalen Hurts threw like 15 passes in this game, and the receivers were still angry then. It is tiring seeing the never-ending drama. Who's not getting fed in a particular week. And I will say the one other thing is when they don't have Jalen Carter, they're a completely different defense. You saw that in the first game against the Cowboys. We saw it against the Giants the other night. He's got to stay healthy. That completely changes their defense, given all the other players that they lost in the offseason.
I'll tell you who's not good, even though they're 4-1, and that's Pittsburgh.
Correct.
I am not convinced. I am not sold. That team barely threw the ball down the field. That Pittsburgh team may very well get to the playoffs, and they're in excellent shape to do it now because they're 4-1, and it's not like they have a hard schedule. but that is not a really good team. They are going to have real trouble when they face a real opponent.
At least the one thing Pittsburgh's very good at so far is knowing who they are and what they can do and what they can't do. They don't even try things they can't do. They're like, here's what we're doing. We throw short little passes. We're going to try to run the ball. Joey Porter came back today, then he got hurt again. But they play pretty good defense, and they generate turnovers, which is very, very helpful. And they're not committing a ton. Like they're looking like a really well-coached team because they don't make a ton of mistakes.
They are a well-coached team.
But I got to see what the Baltimore odds are going to be as of tomorrow. With going on by Lamar and the defense coming back the week after, we went over their schedule. It's not super difficult.
Wait till Friday morning, because in Friday morning, Pittsburgh could be 5-1.
They could be 5-1.
Likely, not guaranteed.
Jeff, they're playing your Bengals. You're not feeling your Bengals against Baltimore or against Pittsburgh?
I am mildly encouraged by the second half, but really I think it's just a phantom because I think the Packers are kind of got a little bit of fraud in them as well.
Yeah, I'm not convinced of the greatness of the Packers either. They are dining out on an excellent performance against Detroit in week 1.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
For sure. But they were also like the third highest in DVA last year, overall DVA, and just DVOA, excuse me. You look there are some indicators that suggest that when everything's right, they're really good. The problem is everything's not always right.
Fully healthy.
Yeah.
When they get there, Tampa, Detroit, Philadelphia, I think are a cut above everybody else. With the Niners and Rams maybe occupying a slight group below them. And then you have a bunch of other teams that any given day have significant talent, like the Falcons.
I would not throw the Falcons even close to
the
this mix.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks are way above the Falcons.
I agree.
All right, fine.
Seahawks, I thought we should talk about there. I mean, they obviously lost that game against the Bucks last week there, and I was wrong on the Seahawks. I thought that I was kind of saying that I was on the under on their 8.5 this year, and I feel like that was a miss. I think Darnold's way better than I was giving him credit for. I think that offensive line is way better than I'm giving him credit for, and JSN's taken another step up. They've really made this whole package work today. They were clearly the better team today against Jacksonville. I'm looking forward to doing the rewatch on that because obviously you can't watch every play of every game unless you have like your setup there. We have a bunch of screens, but I do that anyhow. So I'll take another watch. But that game last week against Tampa was two really strong teams. I'll say one other thing. I think we're going to get sick of the Chiefs yet again. I think they're coming around. They've put 400 plus yards of offense in that loss to Jacksonville. We'll see what happens tonight, but I think we're going to get sick of the Chiefs again because I think when they get Rice back, that offense will actually be functional. They might even trade for a real running back. Who knows?
Breece Hall is available, and I would not be surprised if he's gone. Tonight's actually a real gut check game. If the Lions go in and win this game, like I'm ready to put the Lions at first with a gap before I put the second team. Because what else could you ask them to do? They had one bad game in week 1, and then they've been a wagon ever since. If they go into Arrowhead as the Chiefs are starting to turn this thing around and beat them on the road, I know the Lions have tough games coming up, but like I think their best is better than anybody else's best right now. And if they can prove that tonight, they keep checking the boxes after that very poor game. They're off to the races.
Who's not scoring the first touchdown tonight?
Tyquan Thornton.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear, baby.
Okay.
Anytime I can bet a Tyquan Thornton, anytime and first touchdown, we are in business. Jared, can you do me a favor? 2 things. 3 things.
Yeah.
Go to the wide shot. You can leave it on that.
Yeah.
Can you give Tim some of our lingering McDonald's stuff so we can do a few
some
rips?
I think he has some right under him, actually.
Oh, are they right here underneath
There's
the
some
table?
of them. I got some more.
Oh,
over
look,
here.
there's some cups.
So
We can do some breaks.
Here, you can do some rips here, and you got to go get the food. It's here.
Done deal.
What are you hoping for, Jeff? When you logged on and you got to see Cust eat something, what were you hoping that he would get?
Well, something that was initially revolting to him, but then he turns out that he would love. Like
So everything
else, right? But yeah, I knew a good chance to be McDonald themed just because of all the rips and all that. But you guys have actually gotten me interested because I haven't played the American version of McDonald's in a long time there, McDonald's Monopoly. But I might almost go get something there. We'll see.
maybe. So you got to get enough so you can accurately. I think
that's how they get you.
it is
On this dumb game, and then like your next thing you know, you're like 20 pounds heavier.
Now, did you know you could do free rips in the app, Tim?
Yes, you get it. That's why they call it double play.
Yeah, so you could do the double play. It'd be great if I was actually reading about this for people that can't afford food right now because you get so many free meals by doing these rips. You get onto the app, do the double play. You might just get grind out. some fries, some drinks, that kind of thing. If you're looking for food.
We have won some free fries here. The rest are all properties I have.
Are they good properties or bad properties?
We're getting set now in every single spot.
But we haven't won any yet. Oh, you got the fries too. Those are my kids' fries. After reading class on Wednesday, got some fries.
All right, so we're doing well. Tried to leave the free fries aside because that's obviously yours to take.
Thank you.
The rest are properties.
The Dodge Viper's mine, by the way.
No, it's not. It's mine. I want it. I don't even really want it. I just want to be the person who wins it, gets the name. Next
Sure,
to it.
I'll take the money for it. You can have your name in the newspaper for winning a Dodge Viper.
You have no idea how happy I would be to make that trade. That was some fun breaks.
Did we get anything good?
I got myself set with airports because I didn't have Toronto yet.
Okay.
So now I'm set on airports, and I think I got myself set on yellow as well because I don't know that I had Algonquin. So here it is. So we're moving in the right direction.
You're just crushing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we kind of spoke around the Bucks. I believe that they're 25-1 to win the Super Bowl right now. Jeff, if Baker ends up winning MVP, the highlight reel for him is going to be him shaking off 4 tackles for that first down and then throwing the bomb to Tez Johnson, who really got yada-yada'd. What are you looking at there?
Nothing. I'm just trying to see what the bag was.
It's a fucking bag.
All right.
You think you have X-ray vision?
I'm just
You can see through the bag
I
and
was
what's
just
in it?
taking a look to
You're
see.
gonna get it either way.
I know, but if there was
it's gonna be coming to you.
I'm sorry, I was curious. I'm so sorry, I was curious.
I'm trying to talk. I'm looking at you, and you're fucking looking
I'm
over
not
here.
stopping you from speaking.
It's really bizarre. If
I do it every week.
You're not doing it every week. I'm speaking to you. You're looking at me. Then all of a sudden, you're looking past the camera over there towards the door.
I'm so sorry.
It made me felt like you weren't listening to me.
Apologize.
Thank you. Jeff, did you hear Baker gets the first down. It's a very nice run, very elusive, and then throws it to Tez Johnson for that awesome touchdown. And then Jim Nantz mentions that Tez Johnson and Bo Nix are brothers, and then nothing was ever spoken about this again. I think it was the biggest yada yada I've ever heard.
They went to commercial break. They're like, "Oh, this is Bo Nix's brother who was raised in Bo Nix's family." I was like, "Wait, what? How do we not know that?"
And then boom, commercial break. I did not know this. Did you?
I did not know this. I did not hear that because I was flipping back and forth on volume between that and Bengals Packers. So I saw the play, and I think Bengals came back on. So I'm like, okay, fine. I missed that because, I don't listen to the celebration stuff. I want to hear the play. But wow, that's a crazy, wild fact. And the funny thing is, he's going to be like the object of our affection in the fantasy world this week too. Look at all the receivers that dropped this weekend, especially today. And Tez Johnson's almost universally available, like only on the NFFC, even in the most wacko league where you have 20-man rosters, he's still 16% rostered in the NFFC in the primetime contest there. More often than not, he's like 1% available in rostered in Yahoo, 0.7 on ESPN. We're going to be going after this guy because there's nobody else left on Tampa Bay besides him and Sterling Shepard.
And
that other Johnson.
Yeah, the other Johnson,
right?
Cameron Johnson.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
you love the Tez dispenser?
How long is Godwin supposed to be out for?
He has a fibula or not? Is it a fibula? Probably is something different. It's a different injury now that he has. It's multiple weeks. Godwin's going to be out.
Oh my goodness.
McMillan's still.
He was healed. Like he's not going to be the same the rest of this year. I mean, I think you're going to have to find people to throw to. And they get Detroit on Monday night next week.
Yeah,
so
that is the worst case scenario. Right, you're going to get into a shootout, and as good as Tampa Bay has been, they just don't have the horses to compete with Detroit in a shootout. They're going to have to figure out a way to play a fantastic defensive game and get that game to be 20-17, because otherwise Detroit could put up 40 points on them, and Tampa right now I don't think can match.
It's fair.
Yeah,
just a terrible spot. It should be a great game. Another fantastic game for Detroit, right? Chiefs, Buccaneers, they have a schedule.
Good time to get the Bucks.
Sure, it is.
As a part of this run. It's funny to me that you seem to have no problems giving Tampa oh yeah, when they get their guys back, they're going to be a wagon. But every time I say that about the Niners, you're like, well, they'll just never be healthy.
Am I
wrong? Are you right about Tampa?
I do think
every time that it looks like they're going to get one of their guys back, they lose 2 more guys.
I think Mike Evans is coming back.
You think so?
McMillan is coming back.
You think so? He's still wearing a neck brace.
Buka is coming back.
Well, we don't even know how hurt he is.
So your point is taken. I think it's just worse in San Francisco.
Yeah, losing Fred Warner, the one thing they could kind of rest on right now, Jeff, was their defense was playing really, really well. And the moment they lost Fred Warner, it kind of went to shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, they were somehow living without having Nick Bosa, but not really. I mean, Stafford threw for 389 in that game. It's just that McVay went galaxy brain and tried to run into the middle of the line on fourth down in overtime. They just let Stafford do his thing. They probably win that game.
Or if Kyron doesn't fumble it as he's going across the goal line.
That too.
That would be smart.
Like the Rams have done it. Rams did it. I mean, the Rams threw away that game and the Eagles game. So, like, which speaks to maybe, that they're not that great. But, like, the Rams, if they could just take care of business, would have one loss.
People keep bringing up to me. I see that the Beetlejuice in the chat. Shout out Beetlejuice. Smash the like while you're here. It made mentions like, did you know that McDonald's monopoly is rigged? Like this hasn't been a thing for like 10 years with a giant documentary made about it? No, never heard of it. And it never happened here. It only happened in the States. That's why they got rid of it in America.
Forever, exactly. And now it's making its glorious return.
Thanks to you. Many people are crediting you.
I'm glad that people are excited for it. It's really one of the most fun times of the year.
We do have a question in the chat from John Paul Shaughnessy.
Oh, okay.
So Paul Shag asks, has Tim been looking at hype reels for potential #1 picks?
Funny you should ask that question. Not only have I been watching hype reels, I've been purposely trying to watch on Saturday evenings college ball games where I think somebody could actually play for the Jets. I'm getting excited. I'm starting to scout now because, like, we're going to have the first pick. We're going to have a top pick. We still have some real trash teams we also play, which we
you at one point this morning,
I know what I did.
You told us that the Jets were going to come out and win this game at the last second and go 6-5. Well, they got Carolina, then they got the Patriots and Browns. Like it's all lining up to be 6-5.
I know what I said.
That lasted 3 minutes.
I know what I said. I allowed myself one moment of belief, but look, they're not that great. We're going to have a relatively high pick. And really, I want there to be 3 or 4 or 5 good quarterbacks because, like, then we don't have to have the first pick.
Yeah, but I want to know how you rank them.
Right now, I like Sellers best, and I like Simpson second best.
And then third
I can't remember his last name, the quarterback for Oklahoma.
You know who the Jets are going to draft, right?
Whoever is.
Arch Manning.
Look, if he comes out of the draft and he wants to come to New York City, the mecca of football, and wants to be on the biggest stage possible, he will come out if the Jets have the first pick, and he'll come to New York.
Tim, can I interest you in a Mendoza quarterback Signetti coach combo meal here?
Mendoza is the Oklahoma quarterback, right?
No, that's the Indiana quarterback.
Indiana quarterback who played phenomenally in a big upset yesterday. I kind of want Cliff Kingsbury.
What?
I think he would be a good head coach.
No, you don't.
An offensive guy who, he got a lot out of that Arizona team.
Hold on. Just in the room before we came in, Jared, you're a witness to this. And people have been watching the show for a long time. Jeff, you know about this too. Tim told me that what he wants for the Jets is Cliff Kingsbury. And guess who he said he wanted the offensive coordinator to be?
Oh, no. Please. I can't even imagine.
Mike McDaniel.
Oh.
I saw a meme on Reddit about it, which got me excited for it. And I was like, oh, McDaniel would be a fine offensive coordinator. Then he really only has to look at the offense and plan for it. I think you put him together with somebody like Kingsbury. Anyway, we need I really feel like these sorts of embarrassing losses are very good for my team. Aaron Glenn needs to be one and done as a head coach. So the worse, the better. Keep losing. You
realize if they get the first pick and whoever the first pick is really good, your revisionist history on Aaron Glenn will be like, what a hero. He got us the first pick.
Well, I mean, I'll always be happy for somebody who landed us the first pick. Sure. But like, is Lovie Smith a hero in Houston because he set it up for them to have CJ Stroud? I mean, I guess.
I don't know if they're like digging CJ Stroud at the moment.
But I would take it. I would take him over what we've got.
Well, a big thing, Jeff, today, like everyone's just really ragging on the Jets. I mean, because that game was absolutely terrible. There was a couple other teams that were pretty terrible. Like Cleveland was awful. Legitimately terrible.
Like the writers that cover the Browns were talking about how this is maybe the worst offense they've ever seen. It's just so tough to watch. And who is the ad wizard to decide to let's have Dylan Gabriel throw it 50 times against the Steelers when we got this stud running back against a team that's allowed rushing yards all season. They gave Judkins 12 carries in this game?
12 carries, and it's not like they were down 20-0 the entire game. Yeah. It was 6-0 and 9-3 for in the first half. Like just feed the man.
First and goal from the 4, and they're going empty backfield, and there's a sack and all that. It's just like you get what you get, and you don't get upset when that happens. I mean, you deserve what you get there.
Can I give my I feel bad for you award today?
Sure.
I feel bad for Geno Smith.
Okay.
Just everyone on that Raiders offense. Like we just every time you get to laugh. I mean, Genty ended up having like a pretty good game by the end of it, but the amount of times he's hit 4 yards in the backfield. It's not like one guy hits his ankles and then he can't go. There's just the offensive line gets pushed back 4 yards into him. He's running into a pile of people behind the line of scrimmage on 80% of plays. Like we talked about that. Then Geno drops back. What happens? Guy in his face immediately sack.
I feel worse for Cam Ward than I do for Geno, because Cam really has. I think Cam Ward's got a lot of talent, but he's got no time. And he's got no players who can go out there and make a play for him. I feel awful for him. Like, I don't know where you go from here, because it's not like he's playing poorly. Like, no one is out there saying, "Oh, I think Cam Ward's a bust." I haven't heard a single person say that. Everybody says, "Well, what can he do? He's got nothing."
That offense was supposed to be at worst average. Dan Moore, was, he's not great, but they've got so many other good offensive linemen. It's going to be fine. Dan Moore is not fine. He's been worse than average. And, Latham's been hurt so much. That's been a big aspect of it there. And I don't he looks like a rookie quarterback under a sea of pressure. That's what you see. I mean, he had that play where he dropped the ball. And it's just kind of a reflection of how much he's been pressured. Remember earlier in the game, he got hit right around the goal line trying to switch hands. I mean, he's just under too much. And, he makes some bad decisions. Week 1 against Denver, they get that big muffed punt. They're in scoring position while ahead, and he takes 2 horrible sacks. Next thing you know, they don't get any points on that drive. That's the sort of thing that's happening. But that's like learning on the job. And I think it's tough. I'm kind of old school enough to think that people should do like the Carson Palmer thing, where your quarterback gets almost a redshirt year. But there's so much pressure to get these guys going because of the rookie contracts. They're not ready to play, and Ward doesn't seem like he's ready, and he's in a terrible situation.
I think it's not a problem unless they get ruined, which I think that we've seen, that guys just develop it almost happened where it didn't happen to Mahomes, but earlier on this year and even towards the back end of last year, when they just could not block anyone, it's started to seem like he was not necessarily seeing ghosts, but he was just rushing everything through. Like, he was feeling pressure even when it wasn't there. I feel like that's really the downside of starting these guys early. Like, if you had thrown a new rookie quarterback into Geno's spot right now, the Raiders have to have the worst offensive line. It can't be close.
It's horrible.
I'm sorry to misrepresent your Bengals here, Jeff.
There's about 10 worst offensive lines in football, just like there's about 25 worst coaches in football.
I think of one that gave up 9 sacks today.
Their offensive line isn't that bad.
No, it actually has some pieces, even though Vera Tucker's not healthy.
A lot of those were just on fields for being terrible.
Well,
he's not the savior. You
saying that the Raiders had like an 8.5. Some people were projecting 7.5, 8.5 wins for the Raiders.
People had them making the playoffs.
Putting them in the AFC West and like, oh yeah, we've got nobody on defense. We've got this offensive line that's highly suspect. But yet we're going to compete. We're going to be fine. Everybody loves the Chargers and the Broncos, yet somehow the Raiders are going to contend too, just because they got Pete Carroll.
We shall get your food prepped for you as we go to break here, but I'm going to leave you with this. Juwan Jennings said after the game that he's playing with 5 broken ribs.
Oh my goodness. He should not be playing.
I had a broken rib once.
I hear it's like some of the worst pain imaginable.
I was crowd surfing at a Smashing Pumpkins concert when I was like 16, and I got to the end, to the guardrail. I got dropped directly on the guardrail and broke my rib right at the top, and it was awful. I couldn't imagine playing football with 5 broken ribs.
Oh my goodness.
It was hard to breathe.
Okay. When we come back, there is a team I want to talk about.
You want to eat first.
I do.
Get some food in your belly and we'll be good. So we'll be doing the mystery of what is coming for Tim over in that bag. You get to, you know what? We won't even give it to you until after the break.
Oh.
You can sit here and stew during the break if you want. It's not stew, though.
Okay.
We'll be right back. You know how much time I spend researching bets and lineups and shows and getting everything ready for you? So when it's actually time to sleep, I need it to count. That's why I switched to a Helix mattress, and honestly, game changer. I have Helix mattresses all over my house. My wife and I have one. The guest room has one. My kids have one. I got a kid on the way, and eventually they're going to have one too. Even Jared over at the studio living there, I got him a Helix mattress as well. Populated with Helix, you need to do it too. I used to wake up with a stiff back and night sweats. Now I just sleep through the night. No tossing around, no overheating. It's just comfortable and supportive. I took their quiz, I tailored it to myself, and boom, I got exactly what I needed from the mattress I deserve. I think you deserve a nice one too. So, Go to helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off and exclusive to Pat Mayo Experience listeners. That's helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off. Make sure to enter my show name after checkout so they know I sent you. helixsleep.com/Mayo. For over a century, Johnnie Walker has shared its bold spirit with the game of golf. Now, crafted with Devereux Golf, Johnnie Walker introduces the Johnnie Walker Blue Label-inspired Sunday Golf Bag, elevating the game with sleek design, Blue Label hues, and refined gold accents. Celebrate your hole-in-one with a premium Sunday bag crafted by Devereux Golf. Submit proof of your achievement to johnniewalker.com/blue-in-1. Please drink responsibly. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Did you know that October 10th is World Mental Health Day? And this year, BetterHelp is shining the spotlight on therapists, people who truly make the world a better place. BetterHelp has quality therapists working according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the United States. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PatMayo. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PatMayo. Will you join the millions of people using BetterHelp?
Maybe.
What team do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the Panthers.
Okay.
I have no earthly idea who that team is. That team looked for much of the season like amongst the absolute total dregs of football. And then they blanked the Falcons, and then went back to being terrible, and the Patriots scored 1 million points on them. And then they won the last 2 weeks. I have no earthly idea. I mean, they're bad, but is Bryce Young not horrifically bad? Like, can they stick with him for another year? The Panthers, okay. They're 3-3. I have no feel on them anymore. None at all.
As someone, Jeff, who picked the Panthers to win the division, bad pick, by the way, they're not good. And all of their success has come against, the Atlanta game was just a weird game in general, but Dallas and Miami have two of the worst defenses, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. And all three of their wins have been at home, too. They're like Jekyll and Hyde, home and away. I mean, if you look at it there, it's just really... Is that anachronistic enough of a reference, by the way, Tim? Is that too soon, too recent? But
I don't know. We have a lot of Robert Louis Stevenson fans in the audience. So maybe not.
But Marv in the chat says he's at the game right now.
Which one?
The Sunday Night Football game.
Oh, okay.
Streaming us instead of watching Tarico and the gang on. Is it Tarico at a Sunday Night Football?
No.
Okay, you want the food?
Yeah.
You can have the food. Open it up.
All right.
You got a Masala burger from A&W. It's a brand new burger. And I'll leave you with this, Jeff. And it's something I want to talk to you about. Tim and I were talking about it in the room. Because they threw up a stat that Cam Ward completed his first 6 passes of the game. And the last Tennessee quarterback to do that in the game was Vince Young. Then it got me thinking about Vince Young. And remember when Vince Young came out that the Wonderlic score was the only thing that was really talked about him? Like, he's kind of a dummy. He scored like a 1 out of 50 on the Wonderlic or whatever it was. Do they not give the Wonderlic anymore? Because I never hear anything about it.
It's a different test, if I recall correctly. And I don't know the name of it. I think it's modified, and I think they really keep those results a little tighter to the vest now because of all the negative backlash that they got on that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know the exact thing there, but yeah, it kind of follows there. I feel, we're talking about Ward and his lack of support, and, Ridley gets hurt today. Not that Ridley's been good at all this year, but it just changes the defenses that he faces and all that. The game is gonna slow down for Ward even more than it is, but he's got to have anybody to throw to, and that's been a problem for Tennessee.
It wasn't
a first round draft pick. It's tough.
I was hoping it would be Gunnar Helm today. It wasn't.
Right. We're trying to find those tight end streamers and all that, picking up for these injuries. Yeah, but was not that there. There's a lot of those sort of guys. It was the other guys that scored. Like, there was like Pittsburgh's 4th-string tight end scoring today. Things of that nature. There, just don't bother chasing it because it's going to be ugly the next time too.
I'm telling you, any time that Jatavion Sanders is out, just play Tommy Tremble. Like, it's not a great game, but it's good enough. It's not a 0 in your tight end spot.
Right. I think the Carolina Panthers have played maybe the 2 worst defenses in the NFL the last 2 weeks. We know Dallas is a pass funnel, but Miami, I mean, we saw Miami give up the rush yards to Rico Dowdle, and it turns out that might not have been a fluke given how he ran today, but we saw,
Is that
the
gone?
Chargers run the ball pretty effectively too, despite not having an offensive lineman.
I think that's a new record for how fast you've eaten something on this show.
So there was a poll in the chat. It was
Okay.
over under 1 minute.
Under.
Under.
Was
Yeah,
a
it came
big
in.
winner on
Yeah,
that one.
It came in.
That was surprisingly really good.
Really?
That was really good. I did not know what to expect for a masala burger. I've never had such a thing.
It's a vegetarian burger.
Yeah, but like compared to like we had the McVeggie a couple weeks ago, this is significantly better.
Okay.
Final scores?
6, 7. No, I actually think 8.5.
8.5.
I'd eat that again.
Really?
That was good. And this root beer is nice too. I think it's a 0 sugar root beer.
It is. I got you the 0
No, I
cal root
appreciate
beer.
that. And the root beer goes nicely. That was a really good burger. That was solid. I'd eat that again.
So the masala,
little bit of spice, but not too much.
it's called the spicy masala.
I mean, there was a bit of spice to it, but it wasn't overwhelming.
I think they're calling it like the white person spicy masala.
Like there's a little tingle in my mouth, but it's not too spicy. The lettuce was great. The sauce was flavorful. The burger was much better than the veggie burger from. That was solid. 8.5. I would have again.
So Bob in the chat has asked a question. So Bob, I mean, I don't know if you've been here a long time, Bob, or you missed an episode or one of the best of episodes or the callback to this point. He said, "Can we just get Tim a corn dog?" We did that.
Oh, that's been done.
Yeah, we did that, and it went about as crazy as you think.
It was not good.
So we're Canadian up here, obviously, Jeff. You're an American. And I was trying to brainstorm, like, what is the dominant American team right now to look at?
The NFL?
Like soccer, that's not going so well. It's never really been like, I guess it's the basketball.
National team.
Like the basketball team's good, but it seems like other countries are good now too, that they're not like an absolute like juggernaut to win. They almost won that hockey thing that happened, but Canada ended up beating them. Like, it's not the flag football world championships. They lost like Japan or something like that. Wasn't good. So like I have an answer of who the dominant American national type thing is right now. What would you think it is?
Women's soccer team?
No, it's Joey Chestnut.
Oh, well, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like is he the most dominant athlete in the world right now?
Jeez.
Could
You're
you
talking
take him
about
on?
Because I've never once watched that. I
Really?
don't have that. No, I don't.
Oh, I watch it every July 4th. It's lots of fun.
Is that where you get your eating tips from? So you can
No.
really down them?
No, but I'm sorry. I know it's gluttonous, but it's mesmerizing how those folks are able to eat that many hot dogs that quickly.
Yeah, I don't care about gluttony, and I guess there's skill in it, obviously, just like there's like the pugilistic sports are a real sport, and I get that, but I don't have a second for MMA or boxing either. I don't really care about those.
But Americans aren't good at those again either, are they?
I don't know about MMA. It seems like Eastern European countries seem to be
It's-
dominating that.
I mean, Paul's in the chat. He can tell us if there's probably some like Russian knockoff state that produces all of the best fighters in the world if they want to have them. Who is involved in who beat Canelo? Is that guy American?
I don't
He
know.
wasn't he? Who's
Yeah.
Bud Crawford?
Sounds American.
Like, is he English? Is he like the English have quite a good few fighters too?
Bud Crawford was the guy who beat Canelo?
Yeah.
Is he American?
Terrence Crawford. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's him.
Maybe it's the U.S. Men's President's Cup team.
Maybe.
That's the most dominant.
Well,
team in the
it's
world.
probably U.S. women's soccer.
Yeah, or U.S. Women's Soccer.
By the way,
US
kudos to you, Tim, for calling the Ryder Cup the way it happened.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know you like credit. You
I
need
do.
to deserve a little bit of credit for that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I kind of nailed it almost perfect. So that's very sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. You need to come back more often.
Jeff, I got involved. Does this happen to you every now and again that we get outside of the bubble that we're in, like either the show bubble, fantasy bubble, where you start to interact with actual fans from teams? Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, every once in a while. I did a podcast I'm buddies with the guys at Dodger Heads, so I did the post game thing on Thursday actually there, and that was a lot of fun. Just talking all Dodgers, even though I'm a Reds fan, but I live out here obviously, and I don't mind it when the Dodgers do well. My kids are Dodgers fans and all that, so yeah, I get to see a lot of that, and so I do. It was the amount of interest in that live stream was massive. It's huge. They're sending all these super chats, just paying willingly just so people will show, they'll show their chat and all that. Like, good for you. I mean, it's a great way to raise a business. Apparently the Laker one's even bigger than that.
So Ian Hurtitz, who's on the Tuesday show with us today, just tweeted out that his tweet was pretty funny. I retweeted it. I was like, yeah, it's a funny tweet. Bo Nix realizing that nobody's slandering him for this awful performance because they're too busy making fun of the Jets. And underneath of it is just Broncos fans being insane. Like, I don't you can understand this.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
what would happen if people like Jeff saw you saying something mean about?
I
Herbert,
know,
for
but like
example?
it's just they're the most insane takes.
Well, they're very defensive. And
Why are they so defensive? It's a fucking football game. You watch the game. He played like dog shit.
I know,
What do
but-
you want? No, he secretly played good. You just need to watch harder.
Yeah, the Broncos are not I learned a lot about the Broncos today, more than about the Jets. I already knew the Jets were terrible.
Dude, I used to have an Io Manor person yelling at me all the time about how low I had him in my rankings every week. I'm like,
Oh, we are fans of him here.
I like him. Sure.
We are
fine.
fans.
That 4-40 really is going to butter that bread, though. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just okay. I should have had him at 35 instead of 45. Okay, fine.
If you played him, you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking in previous weeks where this was happening week after week. And it's just, but that's you tap into the whole Herbert Tua thing. That was bonkers. Tua Nation is crazy.
We know.
Yeah, they're not so crazy. They're more like crazy upset now. They all hate Tua now. Tua on is dead. It's been over. And he got hurt today too.
Did he?
Yeah. But he hurt his hip during the week coming into the game.
I did not know that.
And he's gonna be the Jets quarterback next year.
No, he's not.
They're gonna trade for Tua
I
and
would
Mike
be
McDaniel.
perfectly happy to keep Tyrod around for a year and let the rookie take 6, 7, 8 weeks to develop and let Tyrod take the snaps. That would be ideal for me.
Someone wants you to do a cold plunge. Have you ever done a cold plunge?
I have.
Like, how long can you sit? Because that I always do. Like,
I've done it at the Nordic spot.
at the after pre-tug or post-tug.
Stop it. I've done cold plunges.
I feel like it'd be easier post-tug.
Stop it. I've done cold plunge. I would do one. I'm doing
Well,
it.
like, how long do you stay in the cold? Because I try to see how long I can stay in the cold plunge.
I don't know if I got a time on it, but I want to say like 90 seconds.
If
2
I
minutes?
set it at 3 minutes, do you think you could go over 3 minutes?
It would be close. I probably would be able to gut it out, but I'd be very, very numb. But I think I could do it. If I can get to 90 seconds, I can get to 3 minutes.
Jeff, do you do the cold plunge circuit, that kind of thing? Are you into that?
I have not done it, and I would definitely take the under on me because I'm a big wimp. So no way. I can never.
The hardest part is the first 5 seconds.
Yes.
Once you get past that, like until you get like to your extremities are so numb that they begin to hurt, that's like the line.
Yeah, you just stop feeling it.
Yeah.
And then you get rid of all your inflammation. Remember I told you I went to that cryo chamber that was in
I
town?
do indeed.
I think I was the only person who went because it closed.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I lost out on my gift card that I had 2 more sessions.
Oh, no.
And they just closed the door. That was no good. Any other stuff that we should talk about from week 6? Like, we didn't talk about Philly or the Giants at all. Like Philly briefly.
The Giants are annoying me. It
Just-
always annoys me when the Giants are doing well, when the players aren't that good. We don't know about Jackson Dart. We don't know about Scatabo. But, like, guys are not, like, all pros. And people are treating them like they are the kings of the Big Apple. I'm like, okay, hold on a little bit.
Versus who? Who would be the king of the Big Apple for football? It's Cam Scattaboo right now.
I guess.
Well, absolutely, it is.
I guess it is.
Could he ever actually be in concussion protocol, Jeff? Because I don't think that he could.
No, I think, I think, it's one of those things where Dayball would run in and just block the door, block the tent. He wouldn't allow it to happen there. Wait, too soon. I don't know about that.
I totally forgot that happened. That he was like trying to get Dart out of the concussion room.
He should get fined. If you're going to fine the Cardinals coach for, altercating with the receiver
I think
last
it's
week,
happening. Yeah.
can't have that. Like, you can't rush him. If he's hurt. If he has a concussion, he has a concussion.
Yeah, but maybe he just knows a little bit more. It's like, he's kind of a dummy. That's just how he talks. You don't know. All right, let's get some spreads.
All right.
Jared and Jeff, you've already done. Oh, someone said, please speak about Drake May. He had a great game. And I will say, I got very little right this week, Jeff, but I got Keyshawn Butte very, very right.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime they play a defense without a pass rush, just bet Keyshawn Booty overs with anything because he is.
It could have been better if without the funky offensive pass interference calls in that game. It could have been an even bigger game for Butte and for Drake May. Yeah, that was awesome. The other thing I just wanted to mention real quick, I hat tip to Arizona. They played a lot better without Kyler than with him. That I think maybe it's because it's a Jacoby Brissett revenge game, but they lose Harrison in this game. No problem. They had a lead in the fourth quarter in this game.
That's not good for Pat Matt.
I need to stop involving Arizona in my super locks, in my gold picks. I don't think I've got them right yet this year. I've bet on them. I've bet against them. It just doesn't work out for me.
Just
We
treat
didn't
it like
mention
you
the
treat Atlanta.
moment of the
Do
day.
what you think you should do.
Yeah, what is the moment of the day?
It was Ian Leggett throwing the
Xavier
Leggett.
You're
sorry.
thinking about Canadian
I am.
golfer Ian Leggett.
I am. It's him throwing the ball, trying to throw it backwards, but actually throwing it forwards.
What was he doing?
Trying to lateral
What's
the
he
ball to
doing?
someone who wasn't ready for it and nearly gave up the ball. It was wild.
I still don't know what could have been going through his head at that
It
point.
was wild.
I'm shocked he saw the field again.
Yeah,
I told you, like, Canellis needs to put him in the concussion tent because something's going
people
wrong.
get the ball in their hands and they do the craziest stuff.
Like that guy in the Phillies game.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think happened there, Jeff? Because Tim thinks that he didn't know how many outs there were. I just think that he panicked when he got the ball.
Totally panicked. I still play softball every Thursday night,
And you panic?
yeah, anytime you make an error, your brain just goes haywire, and you're like, oh my god, you have to rush. You feel hurried and all that there, and you don't hear anything after that. It's just this weird sort of chamber that you're in when you already know that you screwed up. You just want to crawl in a hole and end the play quickly. And I think that's what happened to Kirk Green.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not the first time he's had a bad moment in the playoffs too.
Well, I mean, pitchers don't feel their position a whole lot, and relievers really don't. So, a lot of opportunities.
Perfect contrast to game 2 where the Dodgers ran that wheel play perfectly. Muncy makes a great throw. Mookie makes a great play, gets the tag there. It's just a perfect contrast between a team that seems like they practiced it a lot more than the Phillies did.
Can't wait to see them in the World Series.
Why don't you settle down?
I called it before this playoffs began. I'm ready for it.
You're ready for Jays over Dodgers?
I am. Well, I'm ready for Jays and Dodgers. Seattle, I don't want to diminish the Mariners.
You're diminishing the Mariners.
But the hard work in the American League is done.
Oh my God. You serious?
The hard work was done. The Yankees were the best team they were going to play in the American League, and they've dispatched them. So not to diminish the Mariners. Mariners can totally win the series, but I'm far less anxious about things than I would have been I was to start the Yankee series.
Who do you have playing in the World Series, Jeff?
It's probably the Dodgers and Jays too, though. But I'm going to be amazed to see how many Toronto fans are going to be in Seattle.
Lots.
Because every time you see a series there, they have a ton of them. We had this series a couple of years ago too. So it'll be interesting to see that happen again. The World Series ticket prices, if it's Dodgers and Jays, it's just going to be insane.
I don't think they'll be that bad in Toronto.
Oh yes, with Ohtani coming into
Oh
town.
yeah, I keep forgetting about the Ohtani thing.
And the Sasaki thing. Don't forget, they were second on Sasaki too.
Well, that sucks. Hopefully they beat them then.
It's with the Mariners first, but I'm feeling good.
Feeling good about it. Well, I guess the Mariners they didn't even really use that much of their bullpen. They have guys left. It's not like they used everyone in the 15-inning game.
It's true. But they used up some starters, so we'll see how sharp they are come around.
Yeah, I feel like the Jays got to win game 1.
I agree.
You lose game 1, you might be cooked.
Got to take game 1. Got to take it.
I mean, you still do a ton of baseball content, Jeff. Like what's the name of the Savage? That guy?
Yeah, you're savage.
Yeah. Was he like a top prospect, or is he just some guy who strikes everyone out?
He just got there quicker than everybody expected. I think that's kind of the thing there where there's not a whole lot of scouting report on a guy like that too, because you don't get your advanced scouts digging down a couple levels in June. I mean, the fact is he kind of got there a little bit quicker, and they had what 3 starts. I'm surprised that the second, third starts he didn't have a little backsliding a little bit. Sometimes you see a guy make his debut and he's really good. Oh, now we know he likes to go this way on that there. You saw that was the Reds had a couple of prospects that way in their second time out. When against the Red Sox, he got destroyed. That's the sort of thing that usually happens. But Savage looks pretty good so far. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how advanced the Dodgers are, or the Mariners are for that matter.
Well, it's got to be his arm angle that freaks everyone out.
I'd say it's 7'1" when he releases the ball. So It must like just fall off a table, right?
Yeah, he looked like Barry Zito, except he throws the ball fast. Just like on first
And
impression
isn't-
of looking at
And
it.
isn't left-handed.
Yeah.
But yes, I know what you mean.
Pitching from 55 feet instead of 60. Yeah.
Yeah. Can the Brewers do anything against like it? What
What
would
we're underestimating the whole time. I mean, even here, this is the first time one of us has mentioned the Brewers, and they have home field advantage. They were 6-0 against the Dodgers. I think it's kind of funny that the Dodgers are a heavy favorite still, and I think they're probably justifiably so. When you compare the starting pitchers, Woodruff being out for the playoffs, that's a big loss. You know, you look at Quinn Priester turning back into a pumpkin, kind of wonder like, okay, you know. But then again, the Dodgers last year won a huge critical game 4 against the Padres when they're on the brink of elimination with a bullpen game. So it can happen. The Jays won with a bullpen game in game 4 against the Yankees this year. It can happen.
if the Jays get to game 6 and 7 against the Mariners, maybe we'll fly up and go to the games.
I'd be up for it.
You would do if I get the tickets and the flights, you would do that.
I would go to the ALCS or World Series. Yes, I would.
Okay,
I would go. I would steal myself and I'd make the trip.
you do it.
I would do it.
Okay, so I'm not committing us to doing
No,
that.
you're not. But I'm saying
Because if I get tickets for me and you, I got to get tickets for Gary and Jeff as well. We got to make a thing of it because if I go up, I can get Underdog to pay for it if we like do a show or something.
Can we stay where we stayed the last time?
I probably not. I would assume that's all booked.
Oh yeah, probably.
We'll have to stay at Jared's sister's apartment.
Okay.
You stay at that one. We can rent that for the night or something like that.
I would.
I could move back into my apartment in
Yes,
Toronto.
That's right.
It's just sitting there. I don't know if anyone's living there at the moment. They're paying rent. I don't know if anyone's there.
Best of both worlds.
Maybe that could be great. All right, let's get some
All
spreads for week number 7. We're almost halfway done here. Halfway home. I'm not feeling it yet, though. It doesn't feel like we're this deep into the season.
When
yet.
it gets to week 10 is the first time I think, oh goodness, we've got more distance behind us than in front of us.
Scott in the chat says
Games are done.
that your food reviews are like when Homer was a food critic. Just everything 8 thumbs up.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. It was delicious.
All right, Jared, hit us with the first game.
Couple of quick notes. Tim, you tried to slide another 6-7 joke in there. Don't think I didn't catch it because I did. The cold plunge. Somebody mentioned that you get brain freeze from eating 1 scoop of ice cream. So a cold plunge, not in your best interest.
Just put your tongue on the ceiling of your mouth. Then you'll be fine.
The entire time. Okay. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati on Thursday night.
Oh, well, hold on one second. Tim says the heavy lifting is done. The Mariners have 2 on in the first inning already. Cursed. Thanks, Tim. All right, what would you say the game was?
Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Good Lord. What was Pittsburgh today?
Pittsburgh was like 5.5 or something against, or 6 maybe against Cleveland.
No, against Cleveland. Yeah, Tim doesn't like that you're helping me, Jeff. I'm just trying to think of what it was.
Okay.
You guys can play along in the chat with us. One thing I was thinking about doing, if we can figure out this super fan stuff or to highlight someone in the chat, Jared, that they can play along with us. That they can be like the 4th person who does it. They can put in their pick. Obviously, we won't see what it is. That kind of thing. So, Jeff, go ahead. What is your guess for this Thursday night game?
All right, I got Pittsburgh as a 5.5 point road favorite. I even guessed the total at 38. Bengals will do nothing in the first half. They'll have a couple of scoring drives in the second half to make it look quasi reasonable.
No, you don't need to give like analysis. Of the
No,
game.
I'm sorry.
You can just give us the spread. I got 4.5 Pittsburgh.
I went 4.
Jeff, bang on.
5.5.
Off on the total. Right on the spread.
Yeah, bad. So negative points for him for being off on the total. So bang on. So you get 2 points for a correct answer and 1 point for being closest if no one has the correct answer to this. But very good showing. See, he did his prep coming in. I don't even know what the games are.
Yeah, it took me like 12 seconds, about 2 minutes before jumping on with you guys. I just wrote them all down.
That is a sad Thursday night game.
Thankfully, there's baseball on. Don't have to watch it.
Or I could just go do something else.
Yeah, or that.
We could finally go see one battle after
I'd
another.
love to see that movie.
We were going to go see it yesterday, but
Didn't
you know,
work
the
out.
timing. Have you seen it, Jeff?
No, I haven't. I want to. I don't go to that many movies, but I want to see that one.
You should go see it. Oh, Ryan. I'm looking at Ryan in the chat. Also said Pittsburgh minus 5.5. I don't know if he's cheating or not.
Good work, Ryan.
But he nailed it. Next game, Jared. London game?
Shout out, Ryan. Yeah, London game, Rams, I guess, technically, at Jaguars.
Ooh, home game for the Jags. A
Home
real
game for
home
Jags.
game.
Okay.
All right, Jeff, go ahead.
minus 3.5 for the Rams.
I got 3 for the Rams.
I have 3 for the Rams.
3 for the Rams.
3 for the Rams.
All
It
right.
is, and we pull back into a tie. I was thinking 3.5, and then I started thinking that Puka might not play.
That's what I was thinking too.
I feel like he's
20,
worth a half point.
Yeah, I agree.
We didn't talk about the Jags at all. I mean, I've been on the secretly. I thought the Bucks were secretly fraudulent. That did not work out. Thought the Jags were secretly fraudulent. They were pretty fraudulent.
That is.
And I have made a lifetime enemy of Hunter Long, who dropped that 6-yard pass to win me a whole lot of money today because he needed the over of 23.5 receiving yards and dropped the last pass thrown of the game. That was to him. It wasn't a good throw, but he should have fucking caught the ball.
That was pretty incredible.
Fucking Hunter Long. Piece of shit. Next game.
Eagles at Vikings.
Vikings coming off of a bye week. Aaron Jones potentially, Jeff, able to return for this game, I think. Is IR 4 weeks or 4 games?
I think it's 4 weeks.
If it's 4 weeks, he'd be eligible. If it's 4
I think
games, he would not be.
Games, and then IR might be weeks, but I could be wrong about that.
This is at Minnesota, right?
I think that really moves the line.
Yep.
right now.
I don't know if it would move the line. I was just thinking about the game in general. And we don't know if JJ McCarthy's back or not. He might be, he might not be. I'm
never know.
guessing that he is.
Wentz is banged up too, remember? So either way, I mean, it's going to be it might be a little ugly there. Although we don't know if Jalen Carter is going to play for the Eagles, and I think that's moving my needle a lot. For sure.
Yeah, that would be worth basically a full point, I think,
would
if
think
Carter
so.
doesn't go. So what's your guess, Jeff?
Eagles minus 1.5.
I got 2.5.
I have 3.5.
2.5.
2.5. Let's go.
Nice.
This is the best start you've gotten off to this year, I think.
Yes, I usually have 0 points until I start getting some halfway through. But maybe you'll go the other way. I'll be out to a big lead and blow it all towards the end. And just people are down on Philly right now.
Understandably, they played 2 poor games.
Sure, but we don't know who's playing quarterback. And even if it's McCarthy, are you feeling really good about JJ McCarthy?
They're not. The baseball game.
I don't know. I'm not watching it. Someone in the chat just said
Oh,
something.
okay.
You can watch the baseball game when we're done with the football.
I
shit.
know.
They got
Okay.
out of it.
They got out of it?
All right.
Middle of the first.
Okay. Blue Jays.
It's kind of how it goes.
Let's play ball.
Nailed it. Next game. Raiders at Chiefs.
Oof.
I am going to go out on a limb here and say that Kansas City will be favored in this game, regardless if Mahomes makes it through the Sunday Night Football game or not. If you're just joining us, Taquan Thornton is not scoring the first touchdown at 16 or potentially even 18 or 20 to 1. Go to coolbet.com to make all your bets, by the way. They're the official betting sponsor of this show. It's just you got to be in Canada, outside of Ontario, in order to play. If you are, hit the description, get yourself that bonus. Fastest payouts in the biz. All right, I got my guess. Jeff, go ahead.
8.5 for the Chiefs.
8.5
I went
Chiefs.
10.5.
10.5. Yeah.
Boom.
Hold on.
Thought about going higher too.
It makes-
There's no number with this dead Raiders team that I would want to take against the Chiefs right
They
now.
covered today.
They were playing against somehow one of the few teams that's deader than they are.
They're more dead than your dead mother.
My goodness.
Next one. Smash a like while you're here as well. Oh, George Springer, Dinger.
Yes.
Should he change his name to George Dinger?
Oh.
I believe he should. Blue Jays.
Next game.
George Dinger. Patriots at Titans.
People were not joking about this Patriots schedule, were they? How easy it is.
It's unrelenting.
Good for them. It's at Tennessee.
Yeah, because that franchise hasn't caught a break ever. So
No, I mean, it's good for them. I'll start it there. Go ahead, Jeff.
New England 4.5.
I got New England 6.
I have New England 7.
6.5.
Ooh, we
Oh,
split it.
Split.
That was wild.
5-5 to 2. You came out hot, Jeff.
I know. You never win the first. It's like winning the first hand in poker. Just don't do it. You got to wait.
Is that something you abide by? You win very few hands in poker.
It's
so-
true. Except for like 2 months ago when I had a royal flush.
Really?
I did.
I'm shocked.
at our house game.
I
had
am
a royal
shocked
flush.
you did not find a way to blow that.
And required me to use both of my whole cards to get there too.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
The only time, actually, the first time I ever played poker with our buddy Jeff, not Feinberg or other, the
Yes.
guy who was like a pro poker
yeah.
player, I flopped a straight flush on him.
Oof.
And I flopped a straight flush at the casino one day, which won me a free buffet because I had a royal flush. However, no one had anything else in
Oh.
the hand, so I won like $3.
That's frustrating.
It was no good.
I once
Next.
lost a hand with a straight flush in a cash game. That was fun.
What was it? A one card? You had the bottom end of the straight flush?
I turned an ace high flush into the wheel, and of course, someone else had like
the
the
six.
high or 7 high.
Ugh.
Brutal. What are you going to do? You're going to lose all your money if that's the case.
Yeah, exactly. Just play low limits. That's what you do.
Next game, Jared.
Dolphins at Browns.
Oh, boy.
This
Tough
is doing
games
center
next week.
screen for you guys on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know who I want to favor in this game.
All right, I got to
I
guess.
made my
it.
decision.
You made your decision?
I made my decision.
Jeff, what is your decision here?
This is going to be totally wrong, but Browns -1.
I got Dolphins 1.5.
I have Dolphins 1.
Browns -1.5.
Ooh.
Jeff nailed it?
Not nailed.
Oh, you had one.
Yeah.
So 1 point for Jeff. 5-3. I mean, you could have given me a spread of like 6 in that game. Up to Miami -3 to Cleveland -3, and I would have believed
I
you.
think so. I couldn't pick a side.
That is embarrassing being underdogs to the Browns right now.
That's rough.
Judkins next week. He
You would
needs
think.
more. He needs more than 12 carries. I'll tell you that.
If we see Dylan Gabriel getting more than 20 throws, then we riot. I mean, it's just, the fantasy owners especially are just going to be gotta have this game. It's going to be like the most roster DFS player of all time.
Well, there is one other thing too, that the Browns receivers didn't do Gabriel like a ton of favors. Like on back-to-back plays, both for first downs, Fannin and Judy just put it on the ground.
That's
like
true.
directly in their hands, boom, on the
Yeah,
ground.
that's true.
I think we're going to see Shadur sooner than later.
I think we're definitely moving in that
Because
direction.
Gabriel got lit a few times today where it looked like he was hurt and he was fine. But we'll see. Next game.
We got Saints at Bears.
The Bears have not played yet. We are live tomorrow morning at 10:45 a.m. Eastern. Me, Noonan, and Connor doing the props draft and breaking down Monday Night Football. If you're interested in one of those things or have questions and just want to tune in, it'll be up on the podcast feed after the fact, the same as this show. I'm in. Okay, I'm in. You in?
I'm in.
Don't look at my guesses.
I'm already in.
Jeff, what do you got?
I'm going to go Bears -5.
I got -6.
I took 4.5.
5.5.
I erased 5.5. Why? I'm so dumb.
Jeff, you had 5?
Yeah, so we split it.
We split it. So 6-5 to 4 now. You're off your game today. No, you're not. You're behind 1 to me.
Oh, I'm behind 1. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
But you're usually way up by this point.
Yeah, well, I just erased a 2-pointer. That's frustrating.
Good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Panthers at Jets.
Oh. Well, it's a Jets win because the Panthers suck on the road. Jeff already told me that.
I think this.
Jets coming back from Jolly Ho London.
This is what you call a hinge game, right?
This could be a trampoline game. It could be a hinge game. It could be a death knell game.
I'm in.
You could. This is almost like that Miami and Cleveland game.
Yeah.
You could sell me on any sort of spread here, Jeff. What'd you go with?
I went Jets -1.5.
I got Jets -2.
Also, Jets 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
we split then.
Well done.
Jeff and I split then.
Bit
You guys-
disrespectful to the Panthers.
You guys both get 2, so 7, 6, 6.
Outrageous that they should be favored in a football game. Outrageous.
We all knew that they were going to be favored.
I know, but it's still an outrage.
Do you like them? Is the better
No, I
question.
don't.
I like
don't-
them.
I don't.
Hey, they covered for me today. It was,
Great.
it was one of my few
That's
wins. I
fair.
got the Jets.
I don't like them this week. My goodness.
All right. Afternoon slates. Giants at Broncos.
This is interesting. So a big win and extra rest against the Broncos, who look terrible yet still won, yet played in London. Now they're back at home.
All the talk we talked about the Pat schedule, the Broncos have had a little bit of that action too. They got
I'm in.
I took 2 points off what my guess
I
was going to
went
be.
down by 2 points.
That's what I did too. So what do you got, Jeff?
Broncos -6.
I got Broncos. See, I had 6.5. I,
had
went 4.5.
and went
4.5.
4.5.
Yes.
7.
7.
7.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeff gets it. Ties the lead. I like that you and I were thinking, exactly the same thing on that.
Okay.
I think that's more of a just the Broncos defense has continued to look so good.
Yeah, it's fair. I just thought the Giants would get more buzz.
Yeah, guess not. They didn't play today. They're forgotten about.
Kind of like New York in that spot.
I don't know about that. We'll see how they travel to the road.
Super rest versus the team coming back.
Don't forget, this is the same team that just went into New Orleans and basically got blown out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Next
Somebody
game,
in the
Jared.
chat pointed out if the Panthers beat the Jets, they're 4-3.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
above
yeah.
500.
Oh yeah,
That's
they're off and running.
insane.
Yeah, they don't look good.
No,
They don't
They
look
do
good
not.
doing it. Well,
Yet.
except for Rico Dowdle, who does legitimately look good against the two worst defenses. in
Tet
the
looks
league.
good too.
That's
Let's
good
give a little
player.
love
Yes.
to Tet.
Yeah. All right. Colts at Chargers.
I feel like this is a hinge game for Indy
Could be.
because they looked. I mean,
They weren't great today.
well, did you see what happened to them pregame?
Yeah, that was wild.
So Anthony Richardson broke his orbital bone stretching with a band that hit him in the eye, and then they lost a corner to a concussion because he got run over when he wasn't looking during warmup.
He ran into the tight end that was just there for reasons. It was bonkers.
Almost a hinge game for the Chargers, too, I feel.
Nah, because they're playing undermanned right now. I don't think they get Joe. They probably do not get Joe Alt back for this game. One sec, I got to make a choice here.
Kamani Vidal high finally got some redemption there.
I'm glad I got that right because Ian and Jake were so as they are. They're like, oh well, you know,
could be this,
it
but
could
on
be
the other
that,
hand,
but it could be this. Like just pick one and go with it. That's the move you got to make here.
My underdog play failed because of Hassan Haskins. I got
Yeah. See, I went Team Vidal.
Okay,
I
I'm
got
into it.
I got the Tucker Craft anytime touchdown in that.
That
Yeah.
was lucky.
Oh,
What do you got?
I did 2.
I got we both have 2.5
1.5
for the Chargers.
for the Chargers.
Jeff takes the outright lead. I did that thing where I jumped out to the big lead, and now I'm done for. 2 back.
All right, what's done? The rest of the slate doesn't matter. We're done. No.
Call it. It's over.
Yeah.
Who do you like there?
The Colts,
Really? Let's see.
like the Road Dome.
Road Dome. Move. So you like the Cardinals this week, and it worked.
Yeah, they covered.
Would they have covered?
Although
with,
I liked them with Kyler.
would they have covered with Kyler?
I think it would have been the same game. I don't know that there's a huge difference, which is an indictment about Kyler right now. But anyway,
New Jets quarterback Kyler Murray.
No, we need a star.
Trade the first pick for. He was the first pick.
I want 4 first-round picks.
You're not getting 4 first-round picks.
Then I'm going to pick a quarterback
All right.
4 first-round picks for who?
for the first pick in the draft.
No.
Especially you just talked about like 4 quarterbacks who could be number
That's
one.
what I demand.
That's not how it works. Next game. Packers at Cardinals.
Speaking of which, no idea if Kyler's back. I'm guessing that he is.
Let me ask you a loaded question. Does it matter?
I mean, I would think that if he's not hurt, yes, it would matter, right?
Yeah, I just Kyler. Just anytime he embodies the whole team. The second you
Okay.
trust in him is when he goes bad. The second you write him off. Oh, look at that amazing thing he just did. You know,
Low here.
the ends of that in like the Carolina game where he had that awesome scramble, and then like 2 plays later threw like a mind-boggling interception that spurred the Panthers' comeback there when they almost came back and won in week 2.
I forget which one of you said it in the room, but they're the West Coast Falcons.
That was Jared.
I said that.
That was
yeah,
Jared.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
what are you guessing here? I think I'm high.
I'm going Packers minus 3.5.
I got 7.5.
Right in between you, I have 5.5.
7.
7.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Boom.
Yeah, the Cardinals stink.
Whoops.
Let's not forget that.
I don't know why the Packers are favored by that. They didn't look good today.
That's a big number. They haven't looked good in a while.
Yeah.
The Packers just
a big
they're
number.
they're the opposite of the Colts this year. Is that the Colts are getting 0 credit for being good, and the Packers might be getting way too much credit for not being that good.
Yeah.
It feels like that anyway.
I agree.
Like that's how it's reflected every week on the
I
I
numbers.
agree.
They just don't finish anything. Like just that first half today, it was ridiculous that they had 10 points off of 240 yards. It's just there's no way it should have been that way.
Next game,
We got Commanders at Cowboys.
divisional game, short week for Washington. Feel good about this one.
We don't know who's going to be able to play for Washington. That's kind of the problem.
What do you mean?
They already have like all their wide receivers hurt this week with Brown and McLaurin out, and we don't know if Debo's going to play tomorrow night.
I'm pretty sure Debo's gonna go. It sounded like McLaurin was getting closer, so maybe he's back next week. What's your guess for this?
I go Washington -3.
I got Washington -1.5.
I have Washington 2.5.
Washington -3.
Jeff gets it.
Well done.
Nails it too. Gets to 10 points.
I think I'm up the creek here. I don't think I can catch them.
How many games are left?
3 games left.
There's 2 Monday nighters.
Yeah.
There's 2 Monday nighters again next week?
Yeah, it's the last time.
They're like 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
Yeah, they don't overlap next week.
4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock for you.
One is Lions.
That's 7 and 10 for us here,
One
Jeff.
is Lions,
No, even more.
Buccaneers.
It's 8 and
8 and
11.
Yeah, 8 and
Eight
11.
Ugh.
So you guys win the European schedules. I win the Monday night schedules.
This is true. Who's on bye next week?
The Ravens and the Bills.
Ravens and Bills on bye. So we got 3 games left. As it stands right now, it's 10-7-7.
All right. Falcons at 49ers on Sunday night.
Mac Jones was playing at the end of that game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mac Jones.
Probably Mac Jones could be Purdy.
Yeah.
I'm in.
No Warner. No Bosa. The Warner thing was gross.
Yeah, I probably should have adjusted this a point, but I did not. So it's probably a point less than whatever I picked. What did you pick, Jeff?
Pick them.
I have 2.5 San
I
Francisco.
actually have 3.5.
3.5 would be correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
ties are up.
No,
Well
you're
done.
one behind.
Oh, I thought you said it was 10-7. Oh, yeah, that's a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer. I don't know why I thought it was 3.
There are no 3.
I know there's no. I don't know why I thought that. Okay,
San Francisco 3.5.
I think so. That's the way to
At
go.
home.
Yeah.
Just a lot of injuries.
Falcons
we
on
don't
the
know.
road.
Hey, Kittle might be back for that game too.
We'll see.
I like
Great spot for them to win.
like
tomorrow.
Atlanta there, by the way, to cover that
They
spread.
play great tomorrow night, and so they'll play badly on that Sunday night.
Next one.
Texans at Seahawks.
That's the late one, though, right?
Yeah. You want the other one first?
No, this is good.
Okay.
I need to hit both exactly to win the week. I have tried my best to win the week. We shall see. Jeff, what is your guess for Houston at Seattle?
Seahawks 5.5.
I got Seahawks 4.5.
Seahawks 4.
3.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think Houston would get that respect.
You have tied up the game, Tim.
Oh. Like, call it a comeback.
One
Like
game to
Joel.
go. That's a really low spread.
It is low.
I can't wait to lose all my money on Seattle.
Well, the good thing is you can just go to bed and wake up and just see what the result is.
That is true. I will be.
You don't
doing
have to watch it.
Last game.
All right. Bucks at Lions.
Bucks at Lions. Lions are first and goal right now. We don't know all the extent of the injuries. Fred Warner is out for the season, by the way, as has been reported.
Okay, my pick is in.
Screw it. Go big or go home. What do you got, Jeff?
6 for Detroit.
6.5 Detroit.
Really? I've only got 3.
Ooh. And a surprising finish. 5.5 Lions.
Jeff wins.
Woohoo!
5.5.
A guest win. That is
Whoa.
very rare.
Guest win is very rare on this show. Congratulations, Jeff.
Whoa, 5.5. Okay.
Did you see the Tua stuff after the game?
The leadership thing and like how certain people are late for players only meetings, and we have to talk about the leadership of that.
Yeah.
That means himself.
That's exactly what I thought too. If it's a players only meeting and then players aren't showing up to the players meetings, is he blaming himself for that?
Is he kind of like a cry for help that nobody's listening to him?
I think I think he's still serious about playing, but it just feels like no one else on the
It
Dolphins
does
is.
seem like people, including maybe even the coach, have checked out.
Yeah, I see. Mac McDaniel doesn't seem like he gives
It
a
does
fuck
seem like
anymore.
people are checked
Blame
out.
Tyreek anymore?
Like the Dolphins are a play against team for quite a while,
even against the Browns.
even against the Browns. The Browns are at least fighting, and they play good defense.
The thing is, they're 1-0 Toronto. So
Yeah, the Springer
after the
home run,
first. After the first. All right, Jeff. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, that was super
Yeah.
fun. Thanks for having me.
No
great.
problem. Tell everyone when you are on where to catch your live streams.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm on Sirius XM Monday through Thursday. That is at 12 to 2 Eastern time, 1 to 3 Nova Scotian, and 9 to 11 here. But I'm also do 2 football podcasts a week, plus a number of things with VSiN that you can catch me on. But just Tuesdays and Wednesdays, just if you want to search RotoWire on YouTube, or you want to search wherever you get your podcasts, you can check us out there. And then we'll get Tim on. I haven't had Tim on yet here, so we'll do a podcast with Tim at some point in time if he's so wants to talk with us here. But and anytime you guys want to come on board, happy to have you.
You can go on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
You can.
I heard.
Jeff's booking the guests. Smash the like while you're here. I'll be back tomorrow, as I mentioned, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Mayo Media Network. Then I'm live again the next day at almost exactly the same time with Jake and Ian. Then Cust, Jeff, and I will be doing the spread picks on Tuesday evening. So a ton of content coming your way for the NFL. Thanks for joining us, as always, on a Sunday evening. And I will see you next time.